Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Sky Read-A-Lee's video blog. I'm Mary Sky, also known as Fleet Admiral Krabby McCoffee. If you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up button. If you're coming back or welcome, I'm also San Juan Island prepper and living simply and fun. So, this is going to be a short video because Sundays I don't work. Why are we prepping? People ask me that all the time. Oh, are we prepping for nuclear disasters? Yes. Are we prepping for banking collapse? Yes. Are we prepping for another lockdown? Yes. Are we prepping for natural disasters? Yes. As a prepper, you got to ask yourself many things. What are we prepping for? Well, as you all know, Hurricane Hillary went down to a tropical storm, right? And that tropical storm currently is pummeling California right now. Mexico, one dead, okay? A lot of people, they don't prep for these things. I mean, we got wildfires burning. So a lot of people say to me, well, how do you prep for certain things? You prep for your geographical area. Yeah. For example, you prep for your geographical area. By having food and water on hand in case you need to survive. That's the truth. Let me tell you, a lot of people in California I know, they got everything they need. Like Sister Pee Wee. It hits up where she is. I think she's in Northern California. She's prepped, ready to roll. You know, she's prepped in case of civil war. She's prepped in case of nuclear attacks. She's prepped for wildfires. She's prepped for tropical storms and hurricanes. She's prepped for earthquakes. She's prepped for snowstorms. Everything that's coming down the pipe. A lot of people say, isn't this considered like the end of days? If you read the Bible, yes. But if you don't believe in the Bible, don't worry about it. I'm not here about the Bible. I'm here to tell you that we as in people need to talk about this. You see, I got up this morning. And looked at the news and I said, this has to be addressed. This is what we're prepping for. I mean, I live on an island. We got tsunamis. We have earthquakes. We can have snowstorms. We can have flash floods. We can have forest fires. I mean, you think living on an island, oh, the island's safe. There's not going to be fire. Has anyone ever thought you live on an island, you're safe. You may be safe from nuclear attack, but what if, the radiation, but what if a fire breaks out? Think of Maui. We don't have the capacity here. You know, we're mostly pine trees and hills. But if there was a fire, the entire island can be engulfed in a matter of hours. Any of the islands could. Think about it. We could have a fire here. We could be burned out. Why? Because you have smoke. Yes, we have smoke detectors. By law, the management company has to put in smoke detectors. We have smoke detectors, fire extinguishers, carbon monoxide detectors. and more. So we're good here. We have everything we need. But point is, why are we prepping? Prepping is not just about food and water. It's about what your area and geographical area is. I mean, look, we have earthquakes, we have tsunamis, we have flash floods, we have flooding, we have snowstorms. We don't have hurricanes. We don't have typhoons. We don't have willy willies, as some of them call it. We don't have monsoons. The point is you got to prep for your area. Natural disaster can strike anyone at any time. As prepper, this is what I'm trying to teach you guys. A lot of people say, oh, well, that's not going to happen to us. I mean, look at Maui, for example. That was pretty damn bad. So the thing is, we're prepping for these reasons. 99% of Americans in this country aren't prepped. Do you know that's the statistic? 99%. Why? Oh, well, the government's going to take care of us. Oh, really? FEMA's going to come out 3 weeks later and give you a check for $700 minimum, just get food, clothing, water, and maybe some shelter. $700 per person. What can I do with $700? I could go buy a tent, buy a camp stove, buy a cot and live in it. I mean, you got to think about why I'm doing this today, peeps. Truth is no one is prepared. Look at my sister in Alaska. Look at Sister Pee Wee. They're prepped for disasters. They're even prepped because Pee Wee's up near, I think she said she's near El Capitan or the Redwoods or Yellowstone. I think it's Yellowstone, not Yellowstone. Anyways, one of those big national parks in California. Yeah, anyways. Point is, the Sister Pee Wee has to be prepped to leave on a moment's notice with maybe a box or two to get out because she's in a zone for fires, forest fires. She's talked about forest fires in the past, so you got to think about that. Are you prepped in case? Do you have a special box ready to go to take your stuff out in case they say you have to evacuate? Think about it. Yeah. Or are you willing to leave everything behind? I mean, they want you to be prepped and mobile so you can go. Do you have a bug out bag just in case of fires? I mean, they can evacuate people for tsunamis. They can evacuate people for hurricanes. They can evacuate people for tornadoes. They can evacuate for earthquakes, from flash floods, from dry lightning. Dry lightning could cause thunderstorms, and thunder can cause fires. Think about it. My family in Texas, they're prepared for hurricanes and tornadoes and earthquakes and flash floods and fires. I mean, this is why we are prepping. If you just sit around and don't even think about it, there's going to be times when your neighbor might be prepping and you aren't. And next thing you know, you're like, hey, neighbor, can I have some water and food? I don't have any. You're going to have to think, no, because you didn't prep. This is the problem we have in America. They think the government will just swoop in with the Army, National Guard to take care of this. I mean, look how many people got burned out in Maui. Look how many people got getting burned out everywhere else, So, I'm going to find this real quick. So apparently, Okay, here we go. I think Sister Pee Wee said she's near Yosemite, so that's what I was looking for, Yosemite. I was watching some disaster videos last night. Okay, I want to talk about some disaster videos for a minute. All right, prepping things. This helps you prep. Has anyone ever seen Category 7? Where Category 7 tornadoes wipe out a lot of big cities in the world, including the United States. You haven't seen it? You should check it out. It's got a good cast. That doesn't turn you on? Watch 10.5 Apocalypse. Yeah. And if that doesn't work, watch 2012 or The Day After Tomorrow. This is why we are prepping. Now, we don't know if we're going to go back to a global ice age again, but point is it could happen. It's very rare, but it could happen. 2012, massive rains and flooding and whatever else, So the point I'm trying to say is what do we do? The point I'm making is we are prepping for these reasons. Yeah. We are prepping for those reasons. So while I sit here and the word prepping doesn't just mean prepping for preparing for prepping for short, preparing for things. We're prepping every day. We're prepping for every day. We're prepping for things like me. I'm prepping every day for things like cleaning Bun Bun's cage and prepping video games, prepping movie time, prepping food preps, cooking. Those are all considered preppings. I mean, look, let's talk about Zoe for a minute, okay? Zoe, you all now know the cat's out of the bag. Zoe's got a place lined up here. Lined up thanks to my help, and 6 mile walk and, et cetera, Why does she want to come out here? Because she does not feel safe in Chicago. She does not feel safe in Chicago. Chloe does not feel safe in Seattle. Think about it. Prepping is a key to survival. Chloe's prepping some other options right now. Zoe's prepping to get the hell out of Chicago. So prepping is not just about buying some stuff, stockpiling away. It's also prepping for other things. Buying a suitcase, buying a animal carrier, buying airfare, buying food, buying snacks, buying things, cleaning supplies, cleaning her old condo. Everything is considered prepping. But you guys sit there and think, oh, well, I mean, the government is not going to bail you out. I mean, think about it. There is a lockdown. We might get another few stimulus. But you know what? So many people sit there and think, oh, well, look, the government, instead of giving me $1,200 this time, gave me $2,000. I'm going to go buy a TV. Can you eat that TV? Because frankly, I said this time and time again, I've had people say the government gave us this money. Probably big corporate businesses wanted it. So Amazon could get richer, hypothetically. It's a theory I have. So Amazon, Walmart, Target get richer to ship you your stuff. Yeah. I mean, think about it. I mean, all these people are talking about, oh, well, are we prepped for digital currency? Most people aren't prepped for it. When it happens, they're going to basically be angry. They're going to be saying the almighty dollar is not in their hands anymore. Higgins will be like, well, what am I going to do with my $100,000 in cash I can't use? You turn it in, they give you digital credits. Otherwise, it ain't useful. I mean, they're trying to phase out silver eagles and gold eagles, silver bars and gold bars. Why? Because they don't want people having that type of monetary stack. I mean, maybe 200-300 years from now, someone will open a safe and find gold bars stacked in it and be like, oh, we've been digital for 300 years, but this guy knew what he was talking about. You see, point is, once they do that, the government could turn around and tell you that your gold bar is worth $50 because, gold's a rare commodity. But I'm not here to talk about that stuff. I'm talking about prepping, okay? Why are we prepping? Well, let's just say we're prepping for a case of nuclear attack, an EMP attack, any global disaster. I mean, I read you the global list yesterday. I mean, you know. I mean, I can't remember it again, but I think it was ReadyGov, right? Yeah, here we go. ReadyGov, okay. This is where they're trying to teach the American people to keep prepping. I'm going to give you the link and then I'm going to share with you on my screen because I'm a prepper. Plan ahead for disasters. Okay, look at this. So you got wildfires, thunderstorms and lightning, flooding, extreme heat, hurricanes. You know. Then if you go here, right, it says all hazards, right? Right. Or you go here, right? We're going to go down this, all of it, okay? They're saying, are you prepared in case of terrorist attack? Yeah, firearms cause mass casualties, domestic terrorism, mass casualties, homemade bombs, again, methods used. See, prepare before, always be aware of your situation, right? I mean, this is like they're even saying, what about avalanches? They're like right here. See, we're prepping for avalanches now. If you're in the mountains, you prep for avalanches. I mean, I could go on and actually, you know what? I am gonna go on and on and on today because people don't realize this. Okay, biohazard. Prepare kit, build a kit. Get during a possible exposure. Stay indoors. Keep your thing. Listen to TV or radio. Yada yada yada. I mean, these are the things that they're trying to prep you for. Most people don't think anything. Cybersecurity. Again. Yeah, see. You don't have a kit, but, they're like, governments could have hackers. Drought. Again. I mean, think about that. Well, a lot of farmers sometimes having drought. They're always saying, oh, well, when you have a dry spell, you can't do different things. Hold on a sec. Here we go. Earthquakes. Again, we're prepping for earthquakes. I mean, I was in the kingdom when the earthquakes hit and the tiles came off the ceiling of the kingdom. King Griffey Jr. told people to get out, get his wife out, and, see, they're trying to teach you what to do. I mean, if you're in an area, we have, for example, if we had a massive earthquake, how many people have been trained on the island to turn off their propane tanks if or their gas? What about explosions? Emergency kit, again. And explosions. People say, oh, well, what happens if there's an explosion? Well, simple. That's where you basically sit there and you keep things on hand, like a police scanner. Extreme heat. Remember, extreme heat. We've been having heat waves all over the country. Again, are you prepped for a heat wave? You don't just go buy a box fan and a portable air conditioner and a bottle of water and say, okay, and then you put your water. What if the heat wave is so bad that everyone's using the air conditioner and you have brownouts or your power goes out? And now you can't have your cold water or your water pump ain't working or whatever. I mean, has anyone ever thought about that? I mean, these are things you got to prep for. I mean, every disaster is there for a reason. Floods. I mean, you see the news right now, massive flooding in places. Again, if they say you need to evacuate, you evacuate. Yeah, and again, you need to basically have a radio on hand for it. Most people don't have a radio, or they do, It's a small radio. People don't want to waste their money on it. Again, are you prepped for chemical and hazardous materials? I mean, you see that's the thing, Do you have a sheltered place? No, not in this area. We don't have shelters. Because people think, oh, the island's safe, Home fires. Again, I'm not going to click on home fires. You get home fires. But home fires is like forest fires, Hurricanes. Again, are you prepped for hurricanes? I mean, this is something, I mean, it tells you, are you prepared in this? This shows the map of where the hurricanes are. I mean, are you prepared for hurricanes? Are you prepared for landslides, radiation emergencies, nuclear attacks? See, people just sit there and say, oh, it don't happen to us. But think about it. It also gives you maps of where to go, like, in a basement, away from windows, in the center of your home. So, I mean, let's continue. You got pandemic, which we already are having right now, power outages, severe weather, space weather, which is like falling debris, thunderstorms and lightning, tornadoes. Are you prepared for tornadoes? Are you prepared for tsunamis? Are you prepared for volcanoes? Are you prepared for wildfires? And are you prepared for winter emergencies? I mean, if you look at all these things, right, there's a lot on this list for everyone. And yet, no one preps. They're just like, oh, it won't happen to us. And when it does happen, then, I mean, think about it. We got wildfires. We got tsunamis. We got volcanoes. I mean, if Mount Bighorn ever erupted, it would be basically a catastrophe in Yellowstone. So think about it, preppers. What are we prepping for, huh? The government could take weeks, if not months, to help you. This is why you have to have at least 2 weeks food, water, and clothing. This is why I keep telling you, if something happens, an earthquake, and any other disaster that knocks your power out, this is where you basically keep a good supply of batteries and you keep your radios running. And if you don't want to keep your radios running, well, then you better just sit back and make sure you have a good stack of books, because you ain't going to be going anywhere. You're going to be listening to your police scanner, listening to your main radio for news, listening to Pop. Nice. And that means when you prep, you got to also prep for your fur friends too, making sure they're comfortable. That's another thing. Hey, little Ewok, how you doing today, huh? Look at him. Isn't he the most cutest little doggy in the world, peeps? He's prepped. He's got snacks and he's got food and he's. I mean, you always want to make sure that you have everything covered for your fur friends too. That's the thing. You guys cannot stand around, sit on your butt, and basically hope like hell that, I mean, people don't realize, that the American people aren't prepped. And remember, I said if we went into lockdown, so point being is, Are you prepared? Are you prepared? Because I don't see a lot of you prepped. Higgins is prepped. Zoe is prepped. I'm prepped. Killore's prepped. Kane's probably prepped. Um, Pee Wee's prepped. Pee Wee and Dan's prepped. Fumble bum. Problem is not many people are prepped. Not many people are thinking about prepping. Most people sit there and say, oh, well, it's good to the people. It's good to the people. I'm sorry to say, my friends, it's not good to the people. When you guys, no offense, aren't prepping and something happens, you shouldn't be going knocking on Pee Wee's door, for food, or Higgins, or myself, or Zoe's, or Dan's, fumble bumps, or Kane's, or Chris's, or Ranko Genius Phil, or most of my team. You don't get, I'm just saying, the neighbors of them, they should not be knocking, asking for supplies when you can't. Basically, you didn't prep. That's the problem. There's people out there that think, oh, we're insane because we're prepping. Really, the main key difference is prepping for disasters and prepping for any contingents is what we do. We don't sit there and prep just because. Think about it. I don't prep just because. I prep because it's necessary. Literally, it is necessary. We have a good, clean supply of water. Because some people don't even think about it. A lot of places, they're on well water. And if their pumps aren't working, they ain't getting any water. Water, bottles, prepping for bottled water, fishing. Food. A lot of people think whatever's in their pantry, they'll eat. Yeah, that's fine if you want to open a can of corn and eat it and say, here, little Timmy, tonight's dinner is a can of green beans. Think about it. A lot of people say, oh, well, what do you do about cooking? And that is a camp stove. And a lot of people sit there and they're not worried about nuclear attacks. So, that's a secondary prep. A banking collapse, secondary collapse. Uh, uh, Backup plan in case, we're in lockdown again. Think about it. I talked about that yesterday, lockdown. I, for one, think that if we're going into prepping mode, then we better prep for every disaster known to man. Hold on. Did I actually share this? No, I didn't. There you go. There you go. That is going to give you the entire list of natural disasters and preparedness because a lot of you aren't prepped. I know it's a government site. The government wants you all to be prepped. Think about it. The government gives us free will. If we're not prepped, we're all idiots. Think about it. Let me put it this way. A lot of people stand around, right? A lot of people, right? Here's how I see myself as a prepper. Spring, warmer weather. Can prep, no problem. Summer. While in spring, you prep for summer. You buy a box fan, you buy a few items that you prep for summer. Extra water, extra this, extra that. If you have to go out, make sure you have everything good. Fall, when temperatures start to decline. Again, you prep for winter. Winter coat, food and water. Thing is, a lot of people say, oh, well, nothing's going to happen to me. And then massive snowstorm, a legendary 100-year snowstorm comes and piles so much snow up, power's out for 6 weeks, hypothetically. And they don't have any way. They sit there. They got their sheets. They got their blankets. They got their pillows. But they didn't prep the right warm blankets. They didn't prep the warm comforters. They didn't prep And then they sit there and they scream and yell and complain because the American people, quote unquote, didn't prep. People freeze to death. This is why they give you seasons to prep. Has anyone ever thought of it from that point of view? Winter time, you make sure you have everything going in fall. Winter time, when you have everything ready to go, you basically know spring. I mean, look at the farmers. Unless they have a special enclosed greenhouse that you can plant crops in, they're basically waiting for spring, summer, and fall crops. I mean, a lot of you people, you don't prep. You don't prep. You sit around and you don't prep. And then when something happens, you regret listening to people like me because we were telling you, just in case, minimum 2 weeks food. Now, if you're in an area where it's heavy snow, you get 4 weeks of food, maybe 6 weeks. Plenty of water, but if you just sit on your butt and do nothing, you might be burned out. Because of forest fires, wildfires, or other disasters. See where I'm going with this, peeps? I mean, think about it, right? I mean, a lot of people say to me, Rita, what do you do with this? What do you do with that? What do you do with this, right? Simple. Are you prepped? Do you have everything you need? Just in case. Or do you not? That's the question. Think about it. I have to make a late lunch and then I gotta prep for a phone call. So I got some videos to watch today. Sunday, it's my day of rest. But what are you waiting for? You see what's going on in the world. Wildfires, tornadoes, hurricanes, tropical storms, floods, earthquakes, typhoons, monsoons, willy willies, snowstorms. All these different disasters are stacking up and it's getting worse by worse. Is it the form of global climate change? Maybe, maybe not. I don't have the answers. I can only speculate. And I'm not going to speculate it because I'm not getting my video flagged. So you see it? My point is I do these videos to get you guys prepped and ready to go. Start buying stuff on Amazon, Walmart, Target, Ace Hardware, True Value Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. But just get her done. Think about it. Are you truly prepped? Are you truly ready to go? Because frankly, I don't see you guys. A lot of people that are prepping still are prepping. A lot of people come and watch prepping videos because they think we're all insane. But we're not the insane ones when we're basically stockpiled with water, food, batteries, and you basically sitting there in the dark. I mean, I always told you in my prepping kits, get a couple decks of cards, get some Uno cards, get some, board games. Man cannot just live on everything. You must always prep. As a prepper, you must ask yourself, are you prepped? Are you ready to roll? Because frankly, if you're not, it's not my job to basically hold your hand when a disaster strikes because you didn't prep. And it's not your damn job to go freeload mooch off other people because you didn't prep. Let me tell you a story. There's an article. Where it says, not if there's an emergency, 99% of Americans don't even have $500 for an emergency. $500. You see? Think about that for a second. Let me get my lunch out. You see, not many people have that $500. Think about it. Let me tell you a story. Something that you guys probably think I'm stupid, okay? But I want to share with you something. You see, people give me gift cards, send me gift cards, saying, "Oh, Rita, your channel is great. You have better content than all the preppers combined. You're the real deal." Then there's the real preppers, the ones that think they're preppers, that have their channels. They message and they say, "I don't understand why people give you gift cards because your channel and content sucks." No, it's you're basically feeding off the doom and gloom. I don't feed on doom and gloom. I feed on the truth. See, the truth's in the pudding, people. People send me gift cards. What do I do with them? Sometimes I put it towards a goal. Do I have a goal right now? Well, I want to get that second office cleaned up so I can set a computer in there so I can do my YouTube channel in there. Good goal, right? Kane's probably sitting there, thumbs up. Point is right now I'm sitting on gift cards. Just in case something happens. Remember. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, what about cash?" Well, think of it this way. If you're running out of items and you have gift cards stocked away or you do an Amazon reload, you could literally turn around and with an Amazon reload, you can put money on your Amazon account as a little bank account, as a fallback. And you can buy, this is a prepping tool I use, and you can buy what you need. Say you're sitting around, right, and you think you want 300 video games, or, well, in my case, 500, right? Or you want 1,000 movies, right? You can only watch one movie at a time, right? So what happens? Simple. As a prepper, I keep that money on standby. So I don't have to sit there and worry about when my next shipment of powdered milk's coming in if I need it. When my next stack of ramen's coming in. I can just click on order and get it done. Now, if I have money on my debit card, I use the debit card first to keep the other stuff stacked up as an emergency. Why do you think I'm not spending money foolishly? I know Sister Pee Wee said you have to live in a balanced in a budget. Yeah. I mean, think about it. There's a lot of ways you can basically prep. This is a prepping tool I use. You can always stack it up, for 3, 4, 5 months and be like, oh, my TV failed. I need to buy a new TV. Okay, TV done. Otherwise, my point being is the American people need to realize that as a prepper, I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to roll in any situation. Now, Higgins is like, oh, well, what happens if the banking collapse happens? And, the banking collapse might happen. But the problem is you don't think Amazon's not going to allow you to have access to your money? Think about it. I mean, I literally, yeah, that's the thing. You got to ask yourself, those questions. I mean, think about it. Amazon's still going to let me have my thing. I mean, I'm stacked in really pretty good tight, even though Higgins is like, oh, I want half of it. You can't have half of it, greedy. Yeah. Why? Because, it won't happen. A lot of you guys out there is needs to realize, as a prepper, what are we prepping for? Yeah. I mean, I've just told you, a lot of people message me also and they say, well, what's with the police scanner if, you want a regular radio for news? The main thing is let me tell you how I work things as a prepper, okay? You can go to Temu and buy yourself a little crank radio for less than $20. Sometimes $20, $25, right? That's all you need. You get everything you need. You can buy a world band radio that takes AA batteries for $200. The main thing is, whatever you buy for your preps, the world band radio will help you. But, for example, a lot of people don't even have those little radios. Nuclear attack happens, what's going to happen, preppers? You're going to run out to your car not thinking about the radiation and go listen to the radio. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I'll have online internet radio. Again, you think an online internet radio is going to work? Think about it. Will it? That's the question you have to ask yourself. I mean, let me tell you a story. I gave Chloe some new prepping tools today. She's got to go to the local library, another library, just to institute the prepping tools that I gave her today. Yeah, because one of the things is I've been trying to get her to watch some reviews on stuff that she wants. Fortunately, Chloe can't make a decision. She's so hung up at getting home, plain and simple. But as a prepper, you got to ask yourself, are you truly prepped, locked and loaded, ready to go for disaster? Higgins is. Pee-wee is. I am. Pee-wee's husband, Fumblebum, is. Zoe is. Well, Zoe's going to have to rebuild. But, the thing is you got to look at your geographic. We didn't expect Maui to burn. We didn't expect all these wildfires to bring smoke down here. I went outside today, Tildor would basically be like, gotta have a lot of video content. Well, one of the things you got to prep for also is what happens if you walk outside of your house and it's filled with smoke in the area because of it. There's people with breathing issues. That means you got to close your door up, close your windows up, and hope like hell you get roasted in a place like this. barbecued in your own home because you can't even open the fucking window. Higgins, thought you were getting free chicken dinner tonight. There we go. My point is are you prepped and are you ready to go? I mean, look, police scanner will come in handy for a lot of different things. You have weather reports. You have other issues, you know. There goes Ewok. Next, Higgins is say Ewok needs a vacation. Hey, what's up, Mop? Huh? See, look at him. A lot of people like seeing him. See? Hello, everyone. My name's Moppy. I'm laying on the chair. So I've been sleeping above my covers because it's too warm here. Yeah, so see the sea chickens beat the freaking Cowboys. That's pretty good thing for preseason. Yep, Moppy's doing all right. So for all you out there, you know, I might have to eat my lunch while talking to you guys, but you guys get the idea why I'm here. My point is we as in people need to realize that yeah, so the Hopper just called me on a secret bunny phone and said he needs a vacation. Right. So, all right. So, some of you out there, you know, like I said, I got a movie going right now. And, like you said, I'd like to get my reviews watched. I also got to make a phone call. Remember what I said. Prepping is not just about prepping for disasters. It's about everyday usefulness. Now, I'm waiting for a longer comment from Tildor. I haven't heard from him in a while. Love to hear what Tildor has to say. But, you know, and Phil said he's working long hours. So, for example, I just want to share this with you guys, right? For example, you know, as a prepper, now Pee Wee says, avoid anything that is food, F that. Well, guess what? You know, Tildor says, happy 45th, boss. Love the ones that love you back. Do your best with the rest. Yeah, and then Tildor made the joke. Then you had Zoe, and then you have Tildor says a month ago, put the peace pipe down and plug the Atari, make some videos. That's an order from Private Pile. Well, I am making videos. Okay, this is very important. You know, we're getting into fall soon, and we have to keep prepping. I'm not having air quality issues. I'm having lack of video issues. Well, again, you know, I'm having air quality issues here. So, you know, just my luck. Finally found a good prepping channel, and the boss pulls the plug for an entire week. Yeah, well, you know what, Tildor? The problem was with pulling the plug is we didn't want you guys to know that Zoe was in town. See, it says vacations with the boy does not supersede prepping videos. Actually, vacationing with Zoe was superseding your prepping videos. Yeah, and I already reconsidered, and I basically went under the radar. So, want to start charging a cover charge for videos, peeps? Legend. Yeah. Well, technically, you know, the thing is, You guys think the land of mooching freeloaders? Yeah, well, I'm talking about mooching freeloaders that don't prep and then something happens, and then we got to bail them out. Where the heck is the live shows? Yeah, so I haven't played any. So what will it take to get a live show around this joint and active Congress? Well, back then we talked about active gift cards. So basically, one of the things I want to share with you is, Tony, he messaged me twice in the last month. He said, or 3 times, I miss you too, my queen. Still watch your vids for as long as you can. I'm watching longer. Every vid. It's hard to keep my eyes open. I've been shut for a while. Thanks for getting back to me. I realize you got no friend. You got no friends here, so you call brothers when you need them. Rita's number one, and for me, need. Well, as a prepper, we all have to hang in there. And Tony, he's been through a lot. I will be back, my queen. She was evicted from her home. Yes, Chloe was. Is that your home, or was she evicted from somewhere else? She was evicted from my home. Been watching bits of your vids. Hard to get a signal in hospital. Been watching more since I got home, but I always miss the lives because I'm finding it hard to see, eat, and even stay awake. I just hope my pathetic way hasn't lost me my job anyway. I shouldn't go about my pathetic problems. Hope you're well. Good for you. I see you going to the store. That's great. Please, we haven't been out in the big wide world. Please stay safe. I'll join you live soon. Well, I hope you join us live soon. I know he's like 8 hours ahead. But anyways, the point is, um, you know, we're doing prepping vids today because, well, as a prepper, the point is, Tiller sees me as I'm the real deal, people. The problem is, we don't, when things happen, I mean, think about it. When things happen, I mean, I've been busy dealing with a lot of different stuff. A lot of people say, oh, well, what are you prepping? Natural disasters, nuclear attacks. My job basically keeps me so busy that I'm running spreadsheets, video review watching, and I'm still making my suppers and lunches. People say to me, "Oh, well, it's your Crimea River." Chloe ain't there. Well, Chloe's basically in an inn, and Chloe is so disabled she can't even make any decisions about what she wants in life. I send her projects, she doesn't get them done. Then when I want her to do projects, she can't get them done because she's got no data. Reminds me of a Filipino people that didn't prep for a better package on data. 50 gigs used in less than 3 weeks. Tells you right there what you need to know. And then the hotel, I'm so lazy, they don't even have Wi-Fi for her. Yeah, which I guess it ain't their job, but still, as a prepper, I'd be wanting a place with Wi-Fi. That's one of the things I always choose for is Wi-Fi. But still. Then you got the other prepping thing I'm doing. I'm prepping Zoe, getting her ready to move to the island. And let me tell you about that. I want to tell you about that prepping thing. There's people out there, right, that are worried about lockdown. So they're prepping themselves just in case to throw out tenants so they can get into their place because they're renting their place out for extra income. Fortunately, lockdowns happen. They'll throw everyone out of their rental houses and move back to the island for who knows how long. So to me, you got to ask yourself, what do you do? What do you do? I, on the other hand, you know, um, as a prepper, I'm prepping Zoe for coming out here. It's not easy when a prepper like me is guiding her with my daily planners of cleaning, and I'm doing cleaning, and I'm doing prep work, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about it. As a prepper, you gotta also prep things like testing out foods you want to buy in bulk. I mean, we have to all pull together. It's not the government's job to bail you out when you didn't prep. Mm-hmm. That's how I see it, peeps. Yeah. But since the comments have petered out, and I don't want to be here too long, one of the things I want to say is I'm prepping many, many things right now. Many things, helping Zoe, helping Chloe, helping Poppy, helping anyone who listens. And then, one of the prepping people saying to me, that I get emails, how come you eat this all the time? Because it's comfort food. And the fact that it's tasty. And it tells you, as a prepper, how humble I am to enjoy this. How blessed I am to eat my ramen. There you go, peeps. I love all of you. Mm-hmm. And because of it, you gotta ask yourself, all you need is a teapot. You're good to go for this. Now, in case of a natural disaster or something, you don't have heated water, you can always find a way to heat water. That's a prepper's way. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love the flavor of this, and I like the price of these because that's why I eat it. I wanted the beef, but spicy beef, but they charge too much. For example, this is $6.24 case. You go for spicy beef, for example, as a prepper. You get spicy ramen, $20 a case. I mean, literally, these are the things that you got to ask yourself. Are you willing to pay? And these are scalpers prices. So, for me, currently it's $6.24 a case. I paid $6.60, but it's a good deal. Simple, quick, efficient. Something, you always got to think about. Sometimes you just, like here, 24 pack of my picante ramen is now $20 a piece. Because ramen, of course, people like those special flavors, but, that sometimes they don't like these because, they think they don't get enough. But the more the better the flavors, the more the price they are. Yeah. Yep. So there you have it, peeps. So you guys have, just keep on prepping. I might come back later tonight. I might not. I do got things to do today. So, I got phone calls to make, videos to watch, finish my lunch. So, I don't know what dinner is going to be. Probably another box of mac and cheese. I'll rotate them out. I really don't like the cheddar flavor, but this is why, as a prepper, you eat what you sample, and then you can say, well, I don't like this because, the flavor. So, point is, keep on prepping and, excuse me, what are you talking about? James Higgins, yeah, is what real? So, like I said, I got videos to watch. I made up a nice video list. As a prepper, you can make subfolders or what do you call it? Subbed playlists. You have a watch list, a watch later list, and you go down the list. I have plenty of videos to watch. So that's the point, So, in my opinion, I don't know what you're talking about, sir or madam. But if you're asking about something, you better basically be specific. In the world of prepping, everything is real. I like my ramen, by the way. This is affordable, and it's a good prepping soup for on a cold night. Yep. So, and then I make up the next one, and then I'm good. Also drink plenty of water. Make sure to dissolve some of the problems. There we go. What I like about this is, as long as the tea kettle works, I'm going to be making ramen, So, anyways, peeps, like I said, I got some videos to watch, and I may or may not be back, but for you preppers out there, I just want you guys to know that keep on prepping. Prep like your life depends on it. because if you see what's coming on down the pipe for natural disasters, we must be prepared and ready to go. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions. Hit the like, subscribe button. So some fun for your family, including your dogs, cats, bunnies, service dogs, service bunnies. Bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button. Keep the comments nice is all we ask. Thank you and God bless you in everything you do.